MaKenzie with Bluewater, and welcome to our newest webcast, 3 Things About Integrated Marketing That Your Agency Doesn't Want You to Know. Today we are joined by Bonnie Harris. She is an integrated marketing communications expert with more than 20 years in the field, dealing with both traditional and digital media. Now, Bonnie, you're also a professor, is that correct?
That's right. I'm an adjunct professor at the West Virginia University Reed College of Media, where I teach integrated marketing communications.
Awesome. And you're also published on many blogs, you're in podcasts, you're doing a lot.
That's right. I started doing integrated marketing probably about 10 years ago, and it's been in the last couple of years that it's gotten really popular. So people have asked me to write in and speak about it quite a bit lately.
Wonderful. Well, we're very honored, happy to have you here. Let's just go ahead and get started.
Sounds great.
All right, Bonnie, so before we dive right in, can we just talk for a little bit about why is integrated marketing so important today?
Integrated marketing is really important, but the other thing that is important is understanding what integrated marketing really is, because many people think they know what it is and they're not really doing it. Integrated marketing is delivering consistent, persistent messages across multiple channels in a synchronized fashion. And you have to be doing that to be truly doing integrated marketing. It's really important because our audiences are so fragmented today that they're watching and looking at a whole lot of different media. And you have to be able to combine these channels so that you get the most powerful message out there at the right time, when they're going to read it, in the way that they want to read it.
I think that is perfectly said. So let's talk for a second then about our first point, and that is that traditional and digital marketing work well together. Now, why would maybe an agency not want a franchise to know that?
I think it's that everybody's clamoring for digital and mobile solutions. It's really hot right now, it's sexy, everybody loves their new iPhones and they want to see their brand on that phone, but what you can't forget is the traditional media is still extremely powerful. Things like direct marketing work really well with digital and mobile, and you have to combine them to get the best results. One of the things that we've learned is that IMC campaigns have some remarkable results. In fact, 300, 400% more ROI than traditional campaigns. Have you seen that in some of yours?
We have. The franchise Great Clips, for example, their customer connection campaigns have seen an average of over 289%
Wow.
return on investment. They created over 17 million customer connections on a yearly basis, and that's in direct mail alone. So bringing that traditional into the mix has made a huge difference for that brand.
And the touch points are so important, and they need to be managed, and it sounds like you've really done that with Great Clips as well.
Right, they use technology and data to make sure that they're getting the right message to the right customer at the right time, and I think that the customer really appreciates that because the messages from that brand are always relevant to them.
And that's such a big part of IMC, is that it's synchronized and synchronized intelligently for the audience.
Great. So let's look at the second thing now that agencies might not want franchisees to know, and that is that integrated marketing at the local level is complex. Now, Bonnie, I think it's an interesting choice of words that we say it's complex and not hard. Can you elaborate a little on that?
There are a lot of moving pieces to IMC, and that does make it complicated. But it doesn't mean it's impossible or too hard to do. And in fact, local franchisees usually do a great job at IMC.
Sure, we know that agencies are really great at coming up with the big ideas at the brand level, but they're typically not in practice of executing at the local level, specifically with franchisees.
That's right. And franchisees are on the ground, they're meeting their customers at the door. They've got to have solutions that are really locally based. Agencies sometimes can't come down to that level, and so it's important to have a partner or to be able to do it yourself on the ground at the level where you're actually meeting your customers face to face.
So at the franchise level specifically, these big brands need support. How can a franchise make sure that they're getting that at the local level?
Some of the big ideas that agencies come up with are brilliant, they're award-winning, but they have to be adaptable and extended to the local level. In fact, you'll find that these days over 77% of brands are investing in marketing at the local level because they're finding it's so important to reach the customer where they live, where they buy, with ideas that are extendable, adaptable, and really resonate with that audience.
Exactly, and we've seen a lot of success with our client MaKenzie using integrated marketing at the local level as well.
Such success, in fact, that I used it as a case study in an IMC class for the Public Relations Society of America recently.
Well, let's take a look at those stats. MaKenzie of Burnsville did a grand opening package that used both traditional and digital channels, and the shop actually outperformed 3 others that opened at the very same time in even bigger markets. MaKenzie of Burnsville saw 30% more total invoice revenue during the grand opening period, 19.4% higher average invoice amount than the other 3 stores that opened at the same time, and they got 1.3 times more invoices per day after all that marketing was in place. So they really did a great job using all those channels, integrating everything, and putting it to work at the local level. Okay, now let's take a look at the last thing that an agency might not want you to know about integrated marketing, and that is that agencies can't always provide local marketing support to franchisees. So again, Bonnie, this goes back to our point that agencies are not designed for this kind of support. Typically, they're there to help the brand level with big ideas, national campaigns. So where does that leave a local franchisee?
A lot of times local franchisees are given great ideas, but they're not given the plan or the ways to implement those ideas on the ground with their customers face to face. If a franchisee is lucky, they might have someone who's adept at doing that internally, but most of the time, or many times, they do need a partner to help them manage this complex process and really get the return on investment of those marketing ideas.
Yeah, and I think it is important that depending upon the brand, franchisors know that you can be successful using both a partner or potentially providing that support on an internal basis with your corporate team also. Before I came to Bluewater, I worked managing local Anytime Fitness franchises, and they have a fantastic team of internal support positions that they call their C2Is, or Coaches to Inspire. It's a go-to person for all of their sales, marketing, operational, any of those needs or questions that a franchisee or even a club manager might have. So again, depending upon the brand, they could do it internally or they could use a partner like Bluewater as well, correct?
I think that's true, and I think Anytime is a good example, but many franchisees own one location, or they may even be running another business while they run their franchise. They simply don't have the time or the staff to manage these complex but not difficult programs for IMC, and so it's good to have a partner, and there are many partners like Bluewater who are very good at working side by side with agencies, adapting and taking those brand ideas and really making them effective at the local level.
Wonderful, Bonnie. So what final thoughts can you share with us on this topic of local integrated marketing?
I think it's easiest to remember 3 things. First, integrated marketing should include both digital and traditional channels. Second, make sure your integrated marketing strategies are scalable and adaptable at the local level. And third, provide a support system for franchisees. That's really important.
Wonderful insights. Bonnie, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to find other Bluewater webcasts or follow us on social. Just go to bluewaterbrand.com. You'll find all the links there. You can also download the infographic that goes with this webcast. Just visit go.bluewaterbrand.com/IMC.